ready to go to the gym?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, hold up. First, I gotta take my pre-workout. It's called Orangutan Superman. It has so much BCAA, bro. Bah! I can feel it coursing through my veins.
The label says it takes about 30 minutes to kick in.
Bah!
Alright, I'm back once again to upset the poor supplement industry that makes billions while selling you unregulated powders, by the way, but at least the blueberry flavor is pretty dang delicious. And this time I'm tackling a supplement I'm not necessarily against people taking, but boy does it have to dial back just a bit as far as how great it actually is. Let's get straight to it. We're talking about pre-workouts. For those of you new to the world of fitness supplements, a pre-workout is a supplement often taken before exercise, thus the name pre-workout. It is often marketed as a performance booster for strength workouts as well as endurance like cardio, but on the low, marketers know it's almost 100% used by our fellow lifting bros and broettes. Pre-workouts can indeed give this extra jolt of energy and bro-like sensation that undoubtedly make people feel like they can push out a few more reps, go heavier, or train just a bit longer. Now that all sounds grits and gravy, but again, the problem isn't so much that pre-workouts do not make you feel energetic, but sometimes it goes too far in what it advertises. And my job as your friendly neighborhood trying to be unbiased with helping you with your fitness goals, Picturefit, if I can save you from needlessly spending your money, then that makes me happy, and hopefully Zendaya returns my phone calls. But what exactly is my gripe with pre-workouts? Well, I'll break it down into 4 key points. Let's get right into it. The first point is that a lot of the stuff added into a pre-workout, although can be helpful, actually does not rely on the time you take it to be effective. You're likely to find ingredients in your pre-workout like BCAAs, creatine, and beta-alanine. BCAAs, very important amino acids that are directly connected to muscle protein synthesis, which plays a significant role in muscle growth. Creatine, one of the most studied substances in exercise performance, known for providing additional energy, particularly in anaerobic and intense training. It also has cognitive brain-related benefits. And beta-alanine, a precursor to carnosine production, which buffers acid buildup in skeletal muscle to allow for increased training duration at high intensity. Again, great ingredients, but taking them before your workout doesn't really do anything.
But Mr. Picturefat, so what if it doesn't matter when you take it? If it helps, then that's a good thing.
True, but that's only if you're taking them on a regular basis, like daily. Unless you're on a masochistic plan of working out every single day, which I'm not totally against, then you're not taking a pre-workout on a daily basis, which might make these ingredients less effective. And usually, pre-workouts have lower than recommended dosages, even for ingredients that do have an effect before your workout, like citrulline, all the while charging you much higher prices than it would cost to get these ingredients separately. But of course, this is not exactly common knowledge to the average gym goer, and best believe supplement companies know that. But what's worse than charging you more for good ingredients is charging you anything at all for bad ingredients. And that's point number 2. I don't really want to say bad, but more so just ineffective. Again, playing on the general lack of knowledge in supplements, there's a lot of things included in many pre-workouts that simply do very little. This includes things like conjugated linoleic acid, glutamine, a wide variety of unproven plant extracts, and BCAAs. More on BCAAs in a bit. In the scientific research, these aforementioned ingredients have yet to show any meaningful benefit in the realm of general exercise performance, regardless of the time of consumption. The data simply does not support them being of any use. Again, supplement companies are probably relying on you not knowing this and would appreciate if you just stare at their complex ingredient label thinking you're getting your money's worth. After all, who doesn't like a little bit of complexity? It makes us feel sophisticated, special. Even better if they have some top secret energy blend where they don't tell you what dosages is included of each ingredient you're getting, cause boom, complexity. Or maybe so they can charge you more. We'll never know. And there's definitely a lot more needless stuff that are shoved into a pre-workout, and if you're a bit savvy on reading ingredients as well, please share in the comments some of the very strange ingredients you've seen. For everyone else, be smart about your money and reconsider whether you want to buy a product that shoves a bunch of stuff in it that doesn't do much of anything. Now on to the third point. What makes a pre-workout really tick falls almost entirely on one single ingredient that even your grandma takes on a regular basis, and that is caffeine. Caffeine, the most widely used stimulant in the world, is almost guaranteed in all pre-workout supplements, minus the ones that advertise to contain no stimulants. And that's because, as Mima might know from cranking out PRs on the knitting rack after her morning Folgers, caffeine has a time-dependent ergogenic energy-boosting effect by inhibiting the sleep-inducing effects of a brain-related substance called adenosine. Without caffeine, you will likely have no idea if your pre-workout did a single thing, and that, my friends, don't sell very well, even with all the other fun complexities. And I know this is probably beating a dead horse radish at this point, but supplement companies are banking on you to not really know that. But now you do. And the final point I want to make ties it all together with a neat little bow, and I did touch on this somewhat already, is that there's simply better and less expensive ways to get all the good ingredients. Caffeine, kind of straightforward. Why pay such a premium to get the most important ingredient when many caffeine products like good old tea, coffee, or just straight up caffeine supplements are so much cheaper, minus Starbucks of course. But just like you normally would, be wary about how much caffeine you take, because tolerance will be very different from person to person. 800 milligrams might totally kick your butt, while 300 milligrams for Mima means falling asleep before she finishes knitting your second mitten. In terms of the other ingredients, the same applies. They are fairly cheap on their own, and it's better just to target the ones that actually help, like creatine and beta-alanine, and not waste money on things that don't, like glutamine and CLA. And then there's things like BCAAs. For the eagle eyes out there, you probably noticed that I included BCAAs in the list of good ingredients as well as the bad. I'm not going to dive too into it in this video, but I do have another video about it which I'll link in the description. But the main thing about BCAAs, short for branched chain amino acids, is that its effects are almost always better when included with other essential amino acids, which are not found in pre-workouts but in much better supplements we all know as protein powders, like whey. Purchasing protein supplements or just getting enough protein in general is usually more than enough to get all your BCAAs and other essential amino acids, and once again, helps your poor little wallet. And that's the main takeaway. Save your money. Either spend it on things that are actually worth your time and money, or just spend it on more important things, like supporting Picturefit by clicking that join button down there. Before you toss out your pre-workouts, remember this is only one person's opinion, mine. I totally get why people like taking pre-workouts, and no lie, I like taking it from time to time too. I get that it's super convenient to get a bunch of energy in one scoop. I get enjoying the feeling you might get from taking it. I get that it can taste pretty delicious. And if those things are important to you, then you should probably just keep taking it, or at least finish whatever you have left. But for those of you that are still up in the air about pre-workouts and a bit more concerned with needless spending, then I hope this video helped you further along with your decision. But please let me know what you think. Is it still worth taking even with all the points I made, or I might be missing something that still makes it worth it? Let me know in the comments. And if you have questions about anything else that seems a bit questionable in terms of being worth spending your money on, or even a type of fitness strategy that seems a bit sketchy and you want me to take a bit closer look into it, please share that in the comments as well. Other than that, if you enjoyed this video, please give it an energetic thumbs up and share it with your caffeine-loving friends. Subscribe for more. As always, thank you for watching and get your pre-workout protein.